can see right now, without LeBron, Lakers are struggling.
Let me tell you about a team I hate, all right? I know the Dallas Cowboy fan is here, so I had to make sure he knew how much I hate this team.
I'm ready.
I've often said that the people who run baseball, they try very hard to ruin it.
I'm from Brooklyn. I don't have a problem saying it to his face.
Oh, from Brooklyn.
Hey, guess any.
You're listening to the Captain Jack Sports Show on Northeast Streaming Sports.
All right, how you doing, everybody? This is Captain Jack here. I am trying to do some, what's the word I'm looking for? I probably fucked up my Instagram feed, which is upsetting. I was broadcasting on Instagram, but because I had to do some changes back and forth and whatnot, I'm pretty sure I'm not broadcasting on Instagram anymore, which is upsetting. But maybe Mundungus, good to see you on my YouTube channel. Mundungus, I gotta love Mundungus. Like I said, Mundungus is other than, or maybe no, I don't want to say other than. Mundungus and my brother in Wisconsin, the Bronco fan, are the two coolest Bronco fans. Let me see, get this straightened out. Yeah, that's a little bit better. Yeah, it's a little bit better. Mundungus and my brother in Wisconsin, the Bronco fan, are the best Bronco fans, other than the Bronco fan I'm actually taking to the game, Bronco Mary, for the Bronco game. See what's going on in the comments section. You're going to be out there, Bob. Yeah, Bob Stanner. Don't be watching from home. Was able to go to the Raiders game, no, but can't in Vegas. Yeah, it's pricey, Bob. And it's pricey in LA. People are asking me, said, are you, Jack, are you going to LA? And the answer is no. I'm sure, I guess if there was a problem with my audio, you guys would tell me you can't hear me. So I know that's good. I think my audio or my speakers, yeah, they're good. So I should be able to hear you. Ed Winter, what's going on? And Anthony, there's nothing wrong. Seriously, there's nothing wrong with watching the game on your couch if you can't go. I mean, and I say this is the truth. This is the truth. For years, I couldn't watch any Raider game other than on TV. I was a kid in Philadelphia. The Raiders were my team. And the only Raider games I saw was on TV. I was a kid. And I didn't get a chance to go to my first game. God, I have to think. What was the first live game I went to? So I started in 72. It was in the 90s. Yeah, because it was in the 90s. The first Raider game I saw live was in the 90s, and it was in San Diego because I was in the Navy by then. And I just missed the 1979 preseason game with the Oilers in Oakland when they were still the LA Raiders, and they were going to have the preseason game in Oakland in 79. Or was it 89? No, 89, sorry. 89. Because I missed it by 2 weeks. Because I had to go back to the Philippines. So there's really nothing wrong with why, if you can't do it. Okay, well, cool. So awesome. So Anthony's going to be out in LA at SoFi. And I was telling people I was talking to them, was it yesterday or the other day? And they were asking me what games I'm going to be going to and why. And I said, oh, I know why. I was talking to a couple at by the way, I got to put on something on TV now that I was trying to get some of this stuff done. I was talking with a couple at the Kansas City airport. Gentleman, the husband was a Bronco fan. His wife was a Kansas City fan, and they're nice. They're nice, and I told them, here it is, the screen from hell. The screen from hell. Our contract with Disney, the owner of this channel, has expired. We appreciate your patience while we negotiate to offer you greater flexibility, choice, value. Bullshit. Fucking contract, money disputes. Disney, they did it with ABC, they did it with CBS, they did it with NBC, they did it with the entire gamut of networks. And this was my subject today. But remind me, I got to get back to that. I was talking about the couple that I saw at the I guess Fox X. Oh, okay. Well, can't have that on because I don't want to have a YouTube strike. I can't have the USC game where it's tied. They were winning. Anyway, 17 seconds left at Allegiant Stadium. So it's right there. Just got to wait a couple more weeks. But I was saying, I'm not going to SoFi, getting back to Anthony going to the game. Fuck SoFi, probably, because their security are fucking Nazis. This is the Jewish guy saying this. I don't want to hear anything about saying they're Nazis. They're fucking Nazis. The Orange County sheriffs are fucking Nazis at the games. I am, go, 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 go. Oh, 13, call timeout. Did they call timeout? I think they did. Oh, no, they had the, okay. Yeah. And snap the ball. There you go. Stop the clock. 9 seconds on the 19-yard line. Good. USC is going to get probably going to get a field goal. Anyway, I said, fuck SoFi. Fuck the security officers they have there. They're fucking Nazis. Asylum, good to see you in here. Just in time to listen to me berate fucking places I won't probably be going to anymore. Oh, they're going to do a play. Okay, yeah, they got one timeout. Oh, God, he broke that tackle. Okay. 2 seconds. Okay, yeah, kick the field goal, dude. Anyway, again, the Jewish guy saying fucking Nazis. I get it. And I am all about police and defenders and the blue. I'm all about that. Pro police, pro, organizations like that. But the fucking Nazis of the Los Angeles Sheriff's Department can fuck off. Because they treated me like I was a convicted triple murderer when I went there because I had on all my gear. And the same thing, of course, they go all the way and they fucking miss a field goal. Stupid. Anyway. So I ain't going back to SoFi. Unless I come as a regular non-entity without my medal. Bob, they escorted Gorilla Rilla to his seat. The cops said they escorted him to their seat. But the fans of the Chargers got to keep all their shit on. Fucking double standard. Fucking double standard. And Asylum, and thank you for timing in, they made Asylum take his shit off in Kansas City. And Kansas City is another place that I probably won't be going to anytime in the future because of their fucking security. And if I do go to Kansas City, and if I do go to LA, I won't be able to wear my chains. There's no part of weapons about my chains. Nothing. Fuck you. I'm in a mood tonight, so there you go. Yeah, said they were watching Asylum. Asylum! Who can be a prick, but he's, definitely not unless you piss him off. That's bullshit. Anthony said, third time going to SoFi's biggest problem with them. What saying OG Gorilla can't be in the stadium? Yeah. They let him in the stadium, but they escorted him to his seat. And he couldn't go anywhere. And he had to be escorted out at the end of the game. Fuck you, Orange County Sheriffs. They pulled that shit with me. Said, we'll let you in this time. And I haven't been back. Oh, and you had your own security guy? Cool. That's cool. It's like, Jeeves, wipe my ass, please, Jeeves. Ass fucks. Anyway. If I go back there, if I go back to any of them, and by the way, this is for SoFi and Kansas City Arrowhead. I wouldn't be able to wear all my gear. Now, the other thing on this is that, and I saw that Mundungus is here. I have had no problem with security in Denver. That's not the issue in Denver. Their fans are fucking assholes, Mundungus not being among them. Their fans are fucking pricks. Fucking rectal fucking probes. Mundungus is cool. And Bronco Babe is cool. Busty blonde, fucking awesome chick. Nice girl too. Bronco Mary is wonderful. And the was it Ready Rick? Can't remember. He's the fire guy. He's awesome. He's awesome. And a couple other guys, they're awesome. But the rest of them, the other, what? How many's in that stadium? About 70,000? Not including the people I mentioned and not including Mundungus, are fucking assholes. And they'll fight you and they'll throw shit on you. I don't want to do that again. So I'll probably not be back at any of the AFC West stadiums anytime in the future. And if I do, I'll probably have to, well, LA I would, because it's it'd be too hot. But in Denver and in Kansas City, when it gets cold, I will wear my jacket, because I don't need to wear the chains on with the jacket, because I'll have my, jacket as my outerwear, and I won't need to wear the chains. I'll have to check out, I'll wear it to a cold weather game, but not a super fucking cold weather game. Like maybe this year for the after Thanksgiving game, but that would entail me actually leaving on a flight Thanksgiving night to get out. Probably not going to happen to Kansas City then. But fuck SoFi security and fuck Kansas City security. And let me get to why I'm really fucking pissed off tonight. Literally not making this shit up. Literally. Oh, by the way, can somebody see if let's see here. If I copy the stream key, I'm going to see if I can go to stream. Let me try it again. Maybe I can do it this way. Maybe go in by editing it. Yeah, okay. Maybe I can do this. Edit. Okay. Oh, I might be able to do this. Aha. Try and get it. Let's see here. Come on, paste. Seriously? Won't fucking paste? Such bullshit. Okay, copy. Oh, this is bullshit. Control V. Anyway. I'm trying to get this shit done. Okay. Control V. Yeah, well, if somebody can go over to Instagram, I'm probably not streaming over there anymore. I'll just it's touch and go. Anyway, is that an all black Raiders helmet? People have been wanting you purchased one. No, it's a this one is a camouflage Raider. Pretty cool. But again, let's go back to why I'm really pissed off tonight. I'm getting ready for the show, but I said I'm gonna watch ESPN. At 7:00 is when the Phillies are playing the Braves. I turn it on. At 7:00 exactly, that fucking announcement comes on the screen. Another contract money dispute. So now all my ESPN channels are gone because of Disney and their contract dispute with DirecTV. I think that was it. Let's see. Yeah. And now, and the Fox, the FX, apparently that's part of it too, because that I get the same thing on that channel. So that's another Disney fucking channel. And I tried to get around it. I said, oh, but I got the Disney connections on my phone for Verizon. So I could have done that. I think I could probably do it on my phone, but I just have the, the view. Let's see here. Not the view, the fucking bitch show. Yeah, ladies, I'm sorry. Just a bunch of old fucking hags. Okay, it's the top of the eighth, 2-2 Phillies, 2 outs. And if the Phillies can win this, they'd be up, 6 games? Or no, maybe they're up 6 games now. Ahoy, there's my girl. Hey, Dory. I'm pissed. I'm just bitching. Oh, yeah. Billy Napier's on thin fucking ice. Verizon gives you Red Zone for free if you're a member. I'll have to look at that. But I had a Verizon bundle where I had Disney for free, and I had the Disney bundle and the other movie bundle, Marvel. I'll have to see what I got. But I got a lot of stuff for free. Still 2-2? I think so. Yep. So the Phillies are up, bottom of the 8th coming up. I'll look. But I'll look. We'll see. Oh, Pink Panther? Okay, I'll get that. Jared is over here. I'm sorry, not going to be in Vegas for Steelers games, but it will be during April when WrestleMania. Oh, okay. Jared, I'll be honest. I don't do WrestleMania bullshit. Pardon me. I'm sorry. To me, I don't pay for that. I do the NFL. Jared is awesome. He does WrestleMania stuff, and he's the golf aficionado. That's awesome, but not me. I'm having a decent enough hard time to do my stuff for the Raiders this year. And yeah, Billy Napier is, my God, his teams suck. And yeah, I'm a rabid Gator, but that was awful to watch yesterday. Yesterday? Yeah. Pardon me. Awful. Hard to watch. Anyway, But yeah, I will be there week two in Baltimore, front row seat in Baltimore. And I hope the Raiders don't embarrass me like they did in week 2 of last year, right before I lost right after I lost my job. I went to Buffalo. Was it week 2 away games beginning with a B? Buffalo last year, Baltimore this year, and we got embarrassed. We got embarrassed. But pardon me. I have never, ever, ever walked out of a Raiders game, no matter how horrible the score was. I stayed until there were zeros on the clock. Anthony, we'll see. I like to think that the Raiders will be, 10-7. But they could just as easily be 7-10. But honestly, if they're 7-10, that would at least get me my money for the Vegas bet, right? Yeah. So I'm going to get my money on the Vegas bet. I'll be happy. I really will. I'll be happy. Silem says 11-6. And we've gone around. We've done all this. What are they going to be? What's their record? We'll see. We'll see. This is a unique commercial. It's like all these fans getting out, walking out of their rooms with all their gear on. This is unique. They didn't invite me. Oh, okay. Now that's a great commercial for Visit Las Vegas. Jared says 10-7. I think that would be great. Anthony says 11, 11-6, 10-7. Hot Neil, hello. Not a question. We're lucky we'll go 9-8 or 8-9. Who knows? That stretch from November to Christmas is brutal. Oh, you're talking about the Stillers. I got a question and this is my boy, Jared. Jared, fix your fucking phone so we can hear from you. I guess Clemens must have struck out or something. Cody Clemens, yeah, struck out. Comes in for Sosa, and then he doesn't. Well, I guess Sosa's probably playing third base, so Clemens is probably playing third base as well. How do you feel, Jared? 2 outs now. Schwarber struck out. How do you feel about your quarterback situation? Everybody's always namby-pamby about the Raiders and Gardner Minshew and that stupid shit. Yeah, I know, Chris. It's a tie game. I'm kind of watching it play-by-play on my phone because I can't watch it on ESPN. Oh no, can't do that. But I think, and this is just me personally, I think that Russell Wilson will maybe be out of a job as far as Justin Fields will probably be taking over the reins of the Steelers quarterback probably by week 5. Just my opinion. Big time when Wilson stay healthy as it feels is not bad. Yeah, I was going to say, I think that Justin Fields will be a quarterback by week 5. But anyway, that's just me. One and 2 on Turner, according to the phone. 12-9. Okay, Hot Neil. I don't know how that is, but I guess that's including playoff games. So if it's 11-6, 12, I don't even think that's possible. Could be 9, there'd be 8-9. Then we have an 8-9 in there in the playoffs, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I guess that is if the Raiders make it to the playoffs with an 8-9 record and then win all the games to win the Super Bowl. That I guess that is possible. Not likely. Anthony believes both the Steelers quarterbacks are washed. No, I don't think Justin Fields is. I think they should have the Brazil game moved to everything that's going on over there in Brazil. They're having a Twitter fight, or what is it, an X fight now? Doesn't matter. Did you see 2 plays with one-handed? There's one from USC tonight, the one from Robert Morris out of Pittsburgh yesterday. Well, I saw the one-handed reception from the guy from USC. Yeah, that was a great play. So anyway, I've been bitching, literally bitching. And by the way, like, share. If you can, come watch on YouTube if you're not watching it already. I screwed up. I didn't get a chance to do this on I didn't get a chance to do this on Instagram for longer. Yeah, Hot Neil, Hot Neil, I tell you what. If here it is, just for you, Hot Neil. Just for you, and this is just for Hot Neil. If the Raiders make the playoffs at 8-9 and win 4 games to go 12-9 to win the Super Bowl, I will give you that helmet. That helmet I was telling you, what was it, the Marcus Allen helmet? That will be Hot Neil's. But the Raiders got to go 8-9, make the playoffs, and then win the Super Bowl. Just for Hot Neil. Thank you, Jared. I appreciate that. Wildfires and health issues plus the players. Oh, okay. Wildfire, health issues. Players ain't happy about it. They don't get. Hey, it's not up to the players. It's not up to the players. Wildfires, they've had that for a year. Health issues, they've had that for a year. Oh. Add Olsen singles on. Okay, so Olsen's on first. It's the top of the 9th, by the way. Matt Olson's on first base for the Braves, top of the 9th. But I don't know. Will they do another game in Brazil? It depends upon how this one goes. I'd like to go to Brazil before, like for a Mardi Gras thing. There is so much friggin' ass out there in Brazil. I will just leave it at that. I will just leave it at that. There's the catch. Jared, they just showed it again. The one-handed catch. One-handed catch. Well, great. Yeah, and I saw that it was Harris in center field. Yeah, that was a hell of a catch. It was right after Rojas got the catch that prevented Olsen from having a home run in that game. So I saw it. Cool Cat says what I was thinking of it. In play out. Good. So flies out sharply, center field, Brandon. Okay, so 1 out. So 1 out, 1 on. Merrifield's back up the bat. Yeah, Cody Clemens is playing third. Hey, when does Bohm get back? And I heard that he was. I saw that he was injured, but when does he get back? When does Bohm get back? That's what needs to be done. Is Alec Bohm. Speaking of Taylor Brazil, come on, you got to say the movie Blame It on Rio, Demi Moore, Michael Caine, Michelle Johnson, with Demi Moore in the movie along with Michelle Johnson. Don't laugh. I've never seen the movie. I never saw the movie, probably because of the cast. Not a big Demi Moore fan, like Michael Caine, but I never saw the movie. That's an incomplete. What the hell are they thinking I get? Anyway, who's playing? It's USC and LSU. Well, Demi is smoking hot in the movie. Yeah, she is. She's a beautiful lady. Hell, she was beautiful in striptease. She was beautiful in striptease. She was. But they're doing September call up early. Okay. Anyway, so I can't watch the Phillies. I am watching it on my phone. One on, I think Olson's still on first. Merrifield's up at bat right now. Three balls, two strikes on Merrifield. Yeah. But, I wanted to watch the game on the TV instead of on this little view screen. If you want to come in and talk to me about sports, and again, okay, so Merrifield just walked. Fuck. If you want to come in and talk to me, that'll be wonderful. There's the link. So now the Braves got, and Laureano is replacing Kolenchik right now. Or I thought it was Kolenchik, but it's Kolenik. Sean better not blow this fucking game. So 1 out, 2 on, but there, double play would be good at this point. But anyway, there is the link. There's the link. Come into the show. I'm glad that Chick-fil-A brought back their spicy pimento cheese spread sandwich. I'm going to go out and get one tomorrow. Obviously, I couldn't have gotten one today because Chick-fil-A is closed on Sundays. But I'll do it tomorrow. Phillies need to win. Are they 6 games up or are they 5? Well, I think they're 6. I think they're 6 up. Let's see, MLB standings. I think they're 6 up. Yeah, they're 6 up. Somebody came into the studio. Jared is trying to be here, but it says need to connect your microphone and camera before you can add them to the stream. See, and I'm going to show you people that Jared tried to come in. See, I'm going to do that. I'm going to. No, I can't even connect them. Jared, you got to add. It says you need to add your microphone and camera. Jared was trying to come in, but you got to connect them. Unfortunately, Jared wanted to come in, but going to have to kick him. You've got to connect your microphone and camera. If you want to come in, You want to come in. See, Garrett. No smile. Oh, okay. They're talking about the quarterbacks who had to wait. Okay. 3-2 to Liriano. 1 on. Like I said, 1 out, 2 on. Come on, Strom. Don't blow this. Now the bases are loaded. Oh, my God. And who's up? Orlando Arcia. Man that I can't stand the most for the Braves. Says mound visit. Duh. Took this long to get a mound visit for Strom. Anyway. If you're here, and I appreciate you being here, I really do. I appreciate you being here. Push this out, set this up. So LSU's got some great offensive linemen, both first rounders. So bases loaded, 1 out. Matt Strom still pitching to Orlando Arcia. We'll see what happens after this. I'd like to see a double play. I definitely want to see an out without any runs. That I want to do. Want to see. Hit the link, hit the link, hit the link. I'm watching the game on my phone. Watching a football game on TV and watching you right here. I could be watching the baseball game on ESPN on my TV, but no. Who's that guy? Okay, 2 outs. Arcia popped up, so bases loaded, 2 outs. Thank God. Oh! Going to bring in Angelo. Angelo, remember, it's only an hour show. He's laughing. Going to bring in Angelo, which is always good to have.
Hey, Cap.
How you doing, bro? Oh, stop that.
What?
Just because you have the capabilities to put yourself into the show, don't fucking hit my buttons.
I was going to say, don't you want me to be smaller so you can be bigger?
No,
Okay.
I don't want you to be smaller. I
Okay.
want you to be as big as you can be.
Okay. All right. Good to see you, Cap. I know you've been busy. I saw the Kansas City pictures. Sounds like, other than the barbecue, wasn't the greatest.
Well, there's nothing to do there.
Right.
Sure. And I'm not even in Kansas City. I am in Leavenworth, Kansas, at the Army base. There's not a damn thing to do there. There's a couple restaurants outside. There's there's like a Mexican there's a couple Mexican restaurants, and there's there's a couple like local type American fare. There are decent things to eat, but there's not a damn thing to do. So good. Hey, the Phillies are up. There was no score. Luke Williams flied out. So 3 outs. The Phillies didn't let any runs in. So it's the bottom of the 9th. Harper, Castellanos, and Stotts up for the Phillies. Let's get the win. I want to see this win. But yeah, there's nothing to do. So when I go back there again, it'll be easy. I will sleep. I will eat. and I will go to work 12-hour days. And that's all I'm going to do. So for the, what's it like? It's about a 2 hour. It's like about a little over 2 weeks of work. That's going to be the schedule. There's nothing to do. So it's just work, sleep, and eat.
That's good, Cap. No, that's good. I mean, it reminds me of when we would go to Colorado Springs at the Olympic Training Center. And Colorado Springs, there was nothing to do. So you would just basically go to, and because there's an air base there, but you would go in, you would go train, you'd go to sleep, and you just keep repeating the cycle because there's not like a club, there's nothing. There's nothing in Colorado Springs. So that's what
I tell you, and the chicks that we saw, I know as like I know I shouldn't really say, but brutal. I know I'm nothing to look at. I get it. Ladies, you're saying, look at you, you old bearded fat fuck. I get it. I'm not a Chippendale dancer. I'm not. But you know what? I still look better on accident than you ladies look on purpose.
Wow. So Leavenworth, Kansas is no bueno, huh?
I got a chance to see. I was very happy. I told her I was going to wear. I got a chance to see my very wonderful, lovely lady, Dolores Chapa, who is involved with KC Raider Nation. I saw her the night before I came home. I took her and her daughter to one of the Mexican restaurants. She got me gave me a nice present. And I told her I'd wear it, but I need, it's a bucket hat.
Okay.
She got me a really nice Raiders bucket hat. So I will wear it soon. So I won't lie to her. I was supposed to be on this broadcast, but so I saw her. I was supposed to see like maybe one or two. Oh, you almost threw a pick six, dude. I was supposed to see maybe one other people or whatnot, but it didn't happen. So yeah, when I go back, because I don't have wheels. I mean, they deposit you at the hotel, and they give you transportation to and from the hotel to your work. They have like it's rental cars that the whole people use and you share. So there's really, you can't do anything with them, right? So it's just a shuttle of cars going back and forth for your shifts. So there's nothing going on. And again, I'll just save money. I'll pocket the per diem. I'll go to the commissary like I did this time. I bought a little bit of food, and I was able to go to the dining facility for lunch every day, and for like $7 you can. I tell you what, I had a good salad every day. It was a great salad, and I loved it. And as long as I was eating that, I'm good to go. I had a good salad and some other food, and so it was. And then of course Sunday, go 50-40 out at the 35-yard line, USC. I'm sorry.
Tell me, who's USC playing?
USC is playing LSU at Allegiant Stadium, right where you're at.
Oh man! Well, I can go to the practices. So, how many people look like they're there?
It's a full crowd.
Nah, I can't do that.
It's a full crowd. Well, it's a nationally televised game, so yeah, it's a full crowd.
Yeah, they did like on open practice. I would say we probably got maybe half at most, half the stadium, because they only gave out like 30,000 tickets anyways. And then, some people don't come. And then, like it was easier for me to kind of not be around a lot of people and not get that sick, on both of those practice days. But on actual live games, Cap, if you're telling me you're looking at that game and it looks like it's got about 40 to 50,000.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Because LSU travels well. And of course, USC travels well. And it's like an opening week weekend kickoff game for college football, yeah, that stadium is packed.
Nah. I can't do that. I can't do that. Is it a good game though? Because I would think LSU is terrible now.
10-10, 10 minutes to go in the third quarter. So it's tight, and they had this one cat from USC had like an OBJ catch, a one-handed, like leaning back catch, brings it in, and then still had it, and it looked like it might have touched, but it didn't. It was one of those, and I know OBJ said, "Well, I know OBJ played for LSU, but I'm like, dude, it doesn't matter. The guy made a fantastic catch. A kid out of USC, I didn't catch his name."
Who's the quarterback for USC now? Because Caleb Williams is gone.
I have no fucking idea. Some white kid.
And then how about in LSU?
Kid's name is Nussmeier.
Is he? I mean, because Jaden Daniels is gone too. So
yeah, Jaden's gone. Okay, I don't know. The USC quarterback is number 7.
Okay, all right.
That's his name.
Fact that it's 10-10 is kind of telling me that maybe these teams are not going to be that good. You know what I mean? Like they're playing each other at the level of each other's competition, but neither one of them.
No, it was 4 sounds. Bryce Harper out second. Bryson stopped the first. Okay, 2 outs. Runner on first. Fuck. So the fielder's choice. So Stott's on it first. It's a good game. And that's some flags. It's either an OPI or a DPI on a long pass. Looks like it's going to be defensive pass interference. Pass interference. Defense. Okay, yeah, it was on LSU. So 15-yarder. But it was right by the end zone. But it used to be. It was actually pro rules. It would have been. Oh, but yeah, that was some hellacious holding and chicken fighting and push. Yeah, that one was warranted.
Okay.
That one was warranted. Bryson Stott stole second, so now there's runners on at second. JT's up. 0-2 count. 0-2. So 2 out, 0-2. Stott on second. Let's see if JT can get a single. And back. Almost intercepted. JT's fouled off 2 pitches, so it's 0-2 still. Yeah. But yeah, it was a back shoulder. I don't know who the quarterback is for USC, but the USC player should have had the catch. The LSU DB, kind of muscled him up, so that it was incomplete there. Second and 10 in shotgun formation. Spread looks like it's about four wide. Hand off to the running back who gets about a 5-yard gain. So it's going to be about 3rd and 5. But yeah, it's a good game. It's a good game, Andrew. Now let me ask you. Apparently, yeah, JT didn't do shit because they're saying it's he struck out. So we're going to the 10th inning, tied up. Remember, runner on second in baseball for the extra inning. So I don't know who the last person was that got out for the Braves, but he'll be on at second. With Michael Harris up first in the top of the 10th. Now, when are you cleared to be positive with people?
Okay, so I'll give you an example of literally today I got a call from my liver transplant doctor who opened me up, right? And he was saying, hey, no pressure. I know it's still early for you, but there's this event that we're doing, and we would love to have you as a guest to come with us so that you can speak to the people that's there and let them know what had happened with you, and and why it's important to do organ donation and the whole bit. And check this out. So to keep me safe, what they were gonna do was, and this isn't until the end of the month. If I say yes, they said give it a couple of days, talk it over with your wife, see if it's okay. But check this out, Cap. My doctor group is going to either take a helicopter and chopper me from here in Henderson to Chino so I could be in their private jet to go fly to Santa Fe, New Mexico, where the event is, or they will send the jet to Henderson Airport, pick me and my wife up so that we would then travel in the jet on that morning. I talk to everybody at the event, which is only going to be less than 100 people. I talked to everyone in the event that evening, and then he'll fly me and my wife right back on Friday morning. So this is what I'm saying about how if my own doctors are so as just to give you a comparison, a huge group, which I love the group. They're called Donor Network West. They're the number 3 organ procurement organization in the entire United States. They're based in Northern California, and they service organ procurement for all of Northern California and all of Northern Nevada. Okay. This group wanted me to go talk to their staff to, for like an inspirational talk about the job that they do and how it saves lives like mine. Right, Cap? But they were going to ask me to basically fly from Las Vegas to Reno, but I got to go to the regular airport. And also or they could offer the drive, but then they only had a certain amount of budget for the driving. And I was fine with it. And my doctors were kind of like, nah, probably not. I mean, definitely no on going to any airports because I'm still there are people who are transplants that went to the transplant game this year in Alabama, and a good amount of them ended up getting COVID. Right. And these are transplants who have been transplants for a long time, because you can't even go to a transplant game, which is kind of like an Olympics for transplants, until after you've cleared your second year of being not having to go back and forth to the hospital. And even still, you can't prevent stuff like that from happening. Right. So this is why I'm still in that phase of we'll experiment with you little to little, but we don't want to.
Isn't it your 2-year mark upcoming?
No, I just hit it in July, Cap. So
okay.
I just hit the July one. So this month is the 25th month. I just had a whole bunch of stuff done. Literally on Friday, they had to do a tooth extraction that we couldn't do in year one because everybody was too scared to do that procedure. But in year 2, they were like, all right, let's get it out. And then the oral surgeon was even like, yeah, this was the right choice. And we're really glad we finally got this out because there's been this chronic infection that's been happening. And, it's better to take it out than to have it keep going. And it complicates everything else. Right?
Because the teeth and the germs and the virus and all that shit that's in your mouth, not you per se,
but people.
That's some nasty shit.
Yeah. And that's why you should always go to the dentist, everybody. Make sure you're cleaning your stuff because it has to do with your heart health and your brain health, your blood, all of that. You'd be very surprised that if you're brushing your teeth and your gums are bleeding, it might not just be because you have gingivitis. It might actually be because something in your liver is going wrong. Something else is going wrong. So the gums and the teeth are a very good marker of what's going on with your health. And
they were saying that so they wouldn't even the airport is out for you to
so I haven't even seen an airport in 2 years now because they just don't even want me in an airport at all. They're like, there's too many coming in and out. You don't know what's really going on. I mean, you can protect yourself all you want, but the percentage of that versus, for example, allowing me to go to the Raider open practices, they know that I'm smart enough to have the gloves on and have the covers on and then the mask and, and it's a big open 63,000 seat arena. And on the first practice, I showed them a video and pictures of the event so they could see how many people were there. And they were like, oh yeah, no, you're good there because there's a lot of open space versus being confined. The same amount of people could be going through an airport, but it's all tight corners, tight spaces. You can't really, you know, and you know, Cap, you travel all the time, so you know exactly what I'm talking about in this one.
Yeah, I was rather upset when I spoke to Southwest today because when I came back from Kansas City, the lady says, "Well, you no longer have was it A-list status?" I'm like, "What do you mean I don't have A-list status? I almost always have A-list status," and blah 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 blah. And I was pissed. She's like, "Well, yeah, but it gets taken away at the end of the year and you got to keep earning it." I'm like, "But I've always had it, you know, when I needed it. So by the time I go get all of the points and things to be an A-lister again, they're going to reset the fucking clock on me at the end of the year." So that pissed me off. And I had to talk. Today was busy. I did all my bills.
Okay, that's a lot.
All my bills.
That's a lot.
All my bills. And after all is said and done, not counting the fact that I still owe a little bit on the cards because I took down the card. But when all of the shit that I had to have done was done, okay, I have all my bills paid. You know, it's a little bit of tag on the credit cards, and $600 in my account. Yay! So and of course I'm going to continue to move some things over for shit like that. But hey, the bills are paid, and I got my first paycheck from that job, which was nice.
Okay, that's good. Well, continuing income is a good thing, right?
Yeah, I only will get one more paycheck and one more travel claim check or reimbursement for. But still, it's a, you know, they'll be
better
like
than nothing. Cap, did you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it's better than nothing, and I'm hoping that it'll be, you know, if I can do some more, what is it? More activities.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
But again, I am ready. I'm ready to retire, and this might be my only part-time job, but you know, that's fine because it's easy work, and it's with the military. So I have that camaraderie again. So it's cool.
Were you able to instantly get that money for the preseason game tickets that you sold?
Well, that came in my account already
right away, right? Because it's Ticketmaster, so it goes in right away.
Yeah, okay. And I still need to sell, and I need to do I still need to do like that raffle for that game ticket for Tampa. For Tampa, yeah, I didn't forget. People are saying, "When's the?" I said I need to fill it out.
Right.
But I still need to do the raffle for that game ticket because I have an extra ticket. And
that's the one where they can sit with you, right?
Yes, where they can sit with me.
That's kind of fun. See, I wish I could go to that, but you can't take a private jet and pick me up, Cap.
No. Well, if I win the lottery between now and then, maybe we can do that.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Or if you win the lottery between now and then.
Cap, if I win the lottery, man, we're gonna have a cool little suite in Allegiant, and you're always invited, Cap. You're one of the plus ones.
That. Yeah, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
LSU just scored, by the way. Touchdown LSU. It looks to be 16-13 right now with the extra point upcoming. I didn't realize that USC had a field goal. I must have missed that. So yeah, it's 16-13. LSU up over USC. Extra point upcoming. But anyway, yeah, if you win the lottery, you can get that private jet the private helicopter to your private jet.
Yeah,
and go to all the different places that you want.
Yeah. No, you know what I will say, Cap. Like I have to repeatedly always say it about this group. If you guys want to look them up. It's housemedicine.com. That's the group of doctors that saved me. Number one, they're not like this massive transplant centers like a UCLA or a Mayo Clinic or any of that. But what makes them different is they answer to their own rules. So this nonprofit is the ones that took me in when UCLA was denying me, when all the other places, because I was dying, Cap, like I was just going to die. And this group of nonprofit doctors not only took me in, but even currently right now, because my Nevada insurance can't pay them, they're just taking care of me for free. So, you know, like, how do you hate a group of doctors that actually care about the patient so much that the patient that they save, they're continually always watching out for them and looking over? Because I hear the stories of other transplant patients who, like, you get kicked out of the center basically depending on your transplant, but you pretty much just like, okay, well, you're kind of on your own now for a little bit for the next year or 2 or 3, right? So what, you know, we talk about this all the time, that transplant life is so complicated that we feel like a lot of just normal people don't know how hard it is, which is why I'm always saying to everyone, look, man, if you have a family member or a friend that you know that is a transplant, don't just look at them and assume that their life is normal, because I can guarantee you their life, Cap, is not normal. It is like they're taking a page full of pills. They go through a lot of different mood swings like I do. Their eating is always monitored. I mean, how annoyed would you be, Cap, if you're actually eating really clean food and then your blood work comes back and your cholesterol is still high? Like, well, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's because of medication. So then now you have to take more medication to try to lower it. But then that medication has a counter to the other medication. So it can get really like depressing or makes you angry. And it's like shows like yours, right? Or like the engagement that we get from everybody that kind of keeps you mentally, you know, sane. Like, because otherwise, I mean, like last night I was telling you, Cap, like it was so cool that we had Pharaoh Raider, Pharaoh NFL Raider. We had Severe Raider. And we had 805 Raider, all with their own shows, all in the Captain Jack Rackham channel, all doing a 18-team draft, right, for the Silver and Black Showdown Guillotine League, right? And they stayed on, and it was like 4.5 hours.
And folks, by the way, if you did not see that, it should still be on my channel somewhere. The 4.5 hour festival that Angelo did for and I got to go in my YouTube and put where it is, what like the captain's latest 4.5 hours of a draft show, 5 hours of a draft show, and lots of Raider talk.
Yeah, and lots of actually. What was crazy, Cap, is if you've seen fantasy football shows before, this show was really cool because everybody got to talk about the ins and outs. So, like, for example, I know when I asked you, Cap, you said you're too competitive. That's why you don't like playing this type of stuff. Mm-hmm. And I understand that, right? But you know how, Cap, you have all of this deep knowledge into the team, or you have a deep knowledge and you can go all the way to the bench. You could all the way to the practice squad.
Not for everybody.
I know, but I mean, I
have a decent amount of knowledge around the league.
But better than the average bear. We could agree on that, right? Like way better than the
bear, Viking, Lion, Packer. Yeah.
Right. Exactly. So these guys, every time a pick would happen, they would be like, yeah, like there was a name where they said, and I'm like, I've never even heard of that guy. And they were breaking the guy down. And I was like, damn, man, I know I'm losing in this league because you guys know way too much information about like the fourth string or the backup, you know, up and coming 23-year-old kid, you know, like so the draft got really deep and it was super fun. And and a lot of the content was about the Raiders. It was like, you know, when people would pick the Raiders, they would say, yeah, here's the reason why that person took that. So like this whole fantasy league, Cap, has the Raider Syndicate, which is Leo's show. It's Turf, the Ultimate Raider Fan 32. It's Rundown show. And then we have Dub Raider, from LA who's a part of it. We have, like I said, Real Talk Raider Nation, which is 805 Raider. We have Pharaoh Raider. We have Severe Raider in there. Raider Nation Jason. Like, it's a whole bunch of all these content creators of Raider Talk.
Let me ask the question then, because I'm sure it needs to be stated. You got all these content creators that are in a fantasy league. And by the way, for those who wondered, Angelo did ask me.
Yes.
He did ask
first
me.
You're one of the first people.
Right. He asked me if I wanted to do it, and I said, I appreciate the offer, but A, I don't have the fucking time, and B, I'm too fucking competitive so that my time would be devoted to that, and then I would drop all the other shit. So right. I respectfully said, thank you very much, but no. But this begs the question, if you got all of these guys that are doing one league, you guys should have a show about, talking smack for like a half an hour or an hour, and you'd have to limit it to an hour.
Right.
About your lineups on like Thursday and do a show.
Okay. All right.
I mean, that makes sense to me.
Yeah. No. I mean, we had so much fun last night, and that was the first time we've all ever done like a fantasy draft in that format, which a lot of other channels do. Fantasy Pros does it, and Matthew Berry, and everybody does these type of things. But you're absolutely right. What's different about this league, Cap, is it's a guillotine league, and a guillotine league is different than what you're used to, because the way the guillotine league works is you pick your draft like how you normally would for a regular fantasy football team, except instead of going head to head every week, all 18 teams are basically playing the board. You have your roster, you pick your starters, and whoever has the lowest points at the end of week 1, they get cut from the league forever. You're out.
Oh, so it's kind of like a Premier League, and you get relegated each week.
Okay, but then here's what's crazy. So now we're going into week 2 with 17 teams. Well, what happened to all those good draft choices that the person got cut? Where do they go? They go to the waiver wire pool, in which we all have $1,000 budget to use to silent bid throughout the entire season. So, for example, you could have picked up Christian McCaffrey as your first round pick. And it is also possible that you could get cut week 1, which now means Christian McCaffrey goes back to the waiver wire, and all of us at a certain time all put in our silent bid, kind of like your auction for the Tampa Bay tickets, right? A silent bid on how much is Christian McCaffrey worth to you? Is he $200 worth to you of your $1,000 budget? Is he $500 worth to you? Because when you really think about it, Cap, $1,000 seems like a lot, but for 18 weeks?
No. I mean, if it was me, I would bet. I would give a solid 400 and see if you can get him for 400.
He's worth it that much to you?
Yeah, Christian McCaffrey. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, because Cap, you're going to go 17 weeks with only $600 now, though.
Yeah, but if you have Christian McCaffrey, the likelihood of you losing.
But the guy who lost them did lose.
Well, that's because he had a shit team otherwise.
That's true. Now, that's absolutely true. So you're saying that because you built a good team, Christian McCaffrey to you would be worth the money.
A decent team, which I had, plus C-Mac, should get me a lot of wins. Okay. And if it doesn't, oh fucking well. I went, go heavy or go home.
Right. And in our league, Cap, I'm telling you, like it's tight. It's a very, very tight. Like it's not as easy. So, for example, like for me, Cap, I had to pick number 6 overall I was in the 6th position on a 14 round, 18 people had to draft. So imagine how many people were going to be left in that second half. Like by the time we finished the first 8 picks, I was like, fuck, man, like we're on the nitty gritty, right? And in this league too, Cap, there's no defense, there's no kickers. So it's only 8 starters and 6 people on the bench. And that's all you get, right? So the 8 starters are all offense. They're a tight end, 2 flex players, 2 wide receivers, 2 running backs, 1 quarterback. So I'll give you an example. Like in my league or in my team, I'm starting week 1, Matthew Stafford against Detroit, Ramondre Stevenson against Cincinnati, Kyron Williams against Detroit, Justin Jefferson against the Giants, Christian Kirk against the Dolphins, Tony Pollard of Tennessee against the Bears, Chuba Hubbard of the Carolina Panthers against the Saints.
I would say who against who? Chuba.
Yeah, right. And then Trey
Hey,
McBride.
the guy that passes out the ice cream at the stadium. Chuba
Right.
Hubbard.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Like, Cap, it wasn't like I could have this, like, I have good players that you know, and then I have, like, I don't know, man. We'll see what happens. Because on my bench, what I basically have, and I know you talked about him earlier in your show, so I had to get a backup quarterback just in case at some point Matthew Stafford gets hurt, and there are no more starting quarterbacks available in the waiver wire because all of them got taken. They're all gone. They're all 32 starting quarterbacks, right? So I had to take somebody just in case. So I took Russell Wilson because he was the only one available.
Well, but technically he's the starting quarterback.
He is. I had to take somebody just in case. And I hear what you're saying about, like, he'll probably not be the quarterback by like week 5 or week 6 or whatever. But I'm hoping that by then I would have survived.
Just my opinion.
Yeah, and well, I'm just saying, like, I'm hoping by then I would have survived enough that when someone gets cut and I see like CJ Stroud, now I'm gonna put in my $300. You know what I'm saying? Or $200 or whatever for CJ Stroud, so that I can have him on my team. But yeah, my bench is Russell Wilson, Austin Eckler, Rashad Bateman, Xavier Legette, Jahan Dotson, David Njoku. I mean, come on, Cap. You know what I'm saying?
You got a strong bench.
Yeah,
strong bench. You got legit and Bateman. And who was the other guy you said?
Is he legit? Is Rashad Bateman
I think Bateman is a decent player. Decent. But remember, he's on the bench. Legit, is the rookie, and I think that's going to be a good pickup.
You think so? You think Xavier Legette for Carolina Panthers is going to be good?
I think that depending upon, and granted, a lot of that has to go with, first and second. Okay, come on, fucking Phillies. A lot of that will have to go with Bryce Young. If Bryce Young can stay out of his own fucking way, I know it's a big if, but if Bryce Young stays out of his own way, I think that he's going to be, throwing it to him, and it'll be a good thing.
You don't think he's going to be throwing it to Deontay Johnson, who they just signed?
1 second. Cody Collins the third, Trey Turner at second. Okay, Phillies first and third, 2 out. Deontay Johnson and who else?
Yeah, because the Carolina Panthers, they have Deontay Johnson. Hold on. So yeah, Deontay Johnson, who was with the Steelers, you remember last year, and then he ended up leaving. George Pickens is with the Steelers. The whole complaining thing or whatever. So basically, the Panthers, they have him, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, they still have Adam Thielen. So that's what I was kind of like.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Thielen, man. Fuck yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say is it's like the guy I picked, Xavier Legette, rookie, but is he even really going to see the field? Like, is he?
I think
good enough to be the number 3 wide receiver. You know what I'm saying?
I think. Well, the thing is that between Deontay Johnson and Thielen, they're both of them are not. If I might be wrong, but aren't those guys have like a nagging injury? Not to take them out for a year, but they kind of get those nagging.
Yeah, they're old. Like Thielen is old man Thielen. Yeah,
they get like the 3 or 4 game injuries, and then they're out. So I think that, and if Legit comes in and can establish himself, he's going to get more reps.
Well, but at this point, you're saying you like Bateman over Leggett, though, right?
I can't remember. I know the name. Who is he playing for?
Rashad Bateman is the wide receiver 2 of the Baltimore Ravens.
And who? I'm trying to think of who the
wide receiver 1 of the Baltimore Ravens is Zay Flowers.
Oh yeah, no Zay, Zay is like the shit.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying is by the end, I had to pick up these guys that are like, I don't know, I guess I got to get somebody. So, you know what I mean? Like, so I got, like I said, I got Rashad Bateman, Xavier Leggett, Jahan Dotson. I mean, come on, Cap. Jahan Dotson, I think, is going in his 3rd year, and he just got traded to Philly.
There's a reason why he was traded. But he went to the Eagles, right?
Yeah, but think about that for a second.
But it's because that the Commanders aren't really adept at least yet, because that's why they have the new head coach that they got from the Cowboys. They aren't adept at building that team yet. So they went in and said, well, maybe he's a locker room. I don't know. I'm not saying he is. Don't say Captain Jack said he. I'm just saying there's a reason why.
But then he goes to the Eagles. But think about the Eagles already, right? They have A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Dallas Goedert, Saquon Barkley. Cap, when is Jahan Dotson ever even going to see the field to get balls thrown to him?
When they go 4 wide.
See, but you see what I'm saying about my bench? Like, it's so hard to pick in an 18-team league. It's so hard because it's like I'm picking I traded for Njoku, who's injured, by the way, right now. So I don't even know if he's going to play by the time he comes to the Raider game. But Njoku does terrible.
I'm gonna, you know what? You know who's gonna settle this? Rick Samarano's gonna settle this.
All the way from Hawaii, baby. Good to see you. Hello.
Hey, how's it going, guys? I was trying to put on my ears, but I couldn't.
No, yeah, go ahead and put him in. Put him in. God forbid we don't let you put your fucking shit in.
There we go.
Okay, there. Now you can do it. What do you think about what he's saying about Dotson? I think Dotson's going to be fine in Philly.
Jahan Dotson, who just got traded to Philadelphia like 2 weeks ago. So last night on Captain Jack's
Josh
channel,
Dotson?
Yeah,
No,
I got
Jahan
Dotson.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, man.
He's a good
He's on my
slot.
bench anyway.
He's good in the slot.
You think so? Really?
Yes. If they put him, if he's right there, and if they got a little protection, he's going to do good.
Because
600 yards, maybe 4 or 5 touchdowns.
I mean, if he's so good, then why did the Commanders get rid of him? I mean, Cap might be.
I mean, when is the last time Commanders been relevant?
Well, I mean, they got Jaden Daniels now. They got
Philly
Cliff
wins,
Kingsbury.
baby. Philly won.
Congratulations, Cap. I was watching that, and I turned it on to the LSU game. I was like, come on, Harper. When Harper got on there and they got that double play in like the 4th or 5th inning, I was like, come on, man.
Here's the thing, though, and this is what I was bitching about, Rick. I go to watch the TV, turn it on at 7 o'clock Eastern, and that fucking announcement comes across my screen that ESPN is no longer on that channel for DirecTV.
Wow, that's terrible.
I'm trying to get my ears to work still.
So yeah, I'm gonna watch the film. I had it ready. I had it, taped. So if I was late, whatnot, I wouldn't miss the fucking thing. And the announcement, ESPN and DirecTV and Disney are.
Yeah, isn't that strange how I try to go in my whole ESPN, I go in there, I go, I just want to see the scores. I don't want to, I know I'm bundled up somewhere with Disney and ESPN3 for some other stuff, but
so
they're just trying to control the whole deal now.
Question. ESPN isn't working with DirecTV if you have DirecTV in your house like I do.
Yeah.
But if I want to go to the bar or something, I can still watch ESPN, right? I mean, not the bar, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, wait a second. If you have DirecTV at the bar and it's in your area, you ain't watching it either.
Really?
You ain't watching it according to what I'm seeing, because there are plenty of people that can go to, because I was looking around, I said, okay, well, let me see. Is it on Fubu? Is it on this? Is it on that? And
right.
I bounce around. I could not find ESPN on any. I couldn't find it on Prime or.
It's
or
crazy,
Hulu.
yeah.
I couldn't find it. And
Do you
then
remember like 18 months ago when they had all their the show hosts had their own shows, and all of a sudden 1 week later there's nobody there. They had all different, and I don't know, no disrespect to people that were hired to do new shows and the current shows like Pardon the Interruption, which I like, and stuff like that. But I was just like, hey man, they just kicked the curb to a lot of contracts and renewals, and that was a lot of shows that were just kicked the curb. And now TNBC, TBS, NBA, they're trying to change that, and I don't know how, because that's a different owner.
So I
but
don't
it's the same
understand.
shareholders.
How do we watch ESPN then?
I watch it sometimes, but you got to stream stuff nowadays, and they're just trying to get you on every nickel and dime.
Yeah.
Paramount's got their own thing, Peacock's got their own thing, ESPN with Disney bundle with Hulu, and you start out at $9.99, and then you got to spend $17.99 to actually do something, because you're just going to get all these commercials and for your shows.
If you don't have DirecTV, you're okay. If you have regular cable, or if you have something else, you're good. But
yeah, we have regular cable, yeah.
You ain't watching it.
Wow.
But they get us on the cable here, Spectrum.
Wow.
Because you get cable, internet, and then we got rid of HBO and all those things, and it's still, and then I have my for business, so the megabits per second, we got to do that for internet. It's just, they get you no matter what.
So what's the sell then, Cap, for even owning DirecTV now? Well, because they don't have NFL. They used to give us NFL Sunday Ticket.
Right. Here's the reason. The only reason why I stayed with DirecTV is because DirecTV has a brand new clicker, and on this clicker you can go and I swear. Okay, thank Rick. Thank you. Get him back on. I didn't hit you off, Rick. So if you brought you on, it's because Angelo is quicker to get you back on than I was. But here's the thing: they have a brand new clicker, and you can go to your apps on this clicker. Vice on my other thing, you have to go to your input to get your apps on there, right? So I said, "Oh, that's cool." I have the what do you call it? The Amazon thingy on my
Amazon
TV.
Prime.
No.
Amazon Prime.
It's the stick, the Fire Stick.
Oh, the Fire Stick.
Fire Stick. Yeah, that's good.
I got a Fire Stick on this TV. I got a Fire Stick in my living room, but now with the clicker, whatever they call the Genie or whatever the fuck it is on DirecTV, I can use that to get to my apps without getting out of the TV. So I said, "Oh, that's cool."
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
One of them's free. But here's the thing: they said, "Well, in order to do this, you got to stay with us a year."
Oh, yeah. Well, you're going by pretty fast.
And by the way, I called them and said, you guys' prices are too fucking expensive.
Good deal, man. Let them know, man. Give them some shit, Cap.
And I don't want to have this. So I pared down my choices.
Yeah.
So I was going to walk unless you guys did. So they gave me a discount, which was good for a year or 18 months. It's one of those. Maybe it was 6 months. Maybe it was a year. So they gave me a discount for a year, and they gave me the clicker that I wanted. So
that's cool.
with them because I was going to have to change to another thing anyway. So all I got to do now is I got to go and I got to add. I got to add like maybe. Oh, there's the channels that you got to pay for.
Like
package or something. Yeah, I got Amazon. I got that, and I got Paramount, and I got Peacock, and I
might do that.
I got a couple of the Disney and the other. I got the Disney and other thing just for being with Verizon, so I didn't have to pay for that. So the only thing I really need to pay for now is Netflix.
Yeah, Netflix is cool.
I got to get Netflix, and if I wanted, and here's the big thing, if I wanted to get the Sunday ticket, I would get YouTube. But I didn't get it last year, and I didn't miss it. I didn't miss the Sunday ticket last year, and it was the first time in like 20 years I didn't miss the Sunday ticket because I was at a lot of the games. And if the games I wasn't at, I went to a place to watch the game. So,
yeah, we did the same. Our group, our bar, Blue Tropics here in Pearl City, is where the Raiders. We have a back room in this bar. Got lots of booze, big old round about where the bartenders are in with all the, where they serve the mixologists, and they have the kitchen. You go all the way to the back, and there's a Raider room. Our owner, a retired police, Ali. He owns the bar. It's called Blue Tropics. When they have games, we invite people from other clubs to come. But he didn't get the package last year because it was $9,000 just for the season.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's
and
insane,
so this year
man.
he got it because he's got a little bit more room. And then we always show up no matter what. And then we were gonna have Rod Martin last year, but he got some kind of health thing, so he couldn't come out. And that would be good to have, that Super Bowl. That winner right there. I mean, he's just an awesome guy. He said he'll make it up. But then after that, we lost our president. God rest her soul, Cynthia Peterson. But we're like the Tumbados. It's not really a booster club. It's Ohana because we are not just fans. We are family. And all of us here can know that that's for real in the Raider family here and all the clubs that are involved and what they do for our communities, which is great. I know Captain mentioned about the balls that's coming up that several clubs, including TNBC, Las Vegas, the Misfits, and there's just all the Rollers, Las Vegas Rollers, they're all involved in this with Raider Dad and something they started, which is amazing. So long story short, I'm looking for the season. I'm hope to see be in Las Vegas in 2 weeks. I wasn't going to go because we had some things happen here, but I might be able to go to Carolina opening game. So we'll try to work on that.
Are you okay?
I'll see you there, Captain, and also I'll meet you finally in person, Angelo.
Yeah, no, that'll be great, Rick.
Hey, I had a question. Okay over there? Would you guys rock this hat?
Yeah, totally. That's cool.
I like that. What? Oh, yeah.
Is that the Ohana?
No.
I like
it's a local 808 for Maui. They're making these hats. And there's different kinds. So I got this one. I just was rocking. I'm going to rock it in LA a little bit. Our 808 Raider Ohana, we're still working on things because there's some back things that are happening with our merch, because our president had some stuff and it takes a while, I'll just leave it at that for people to, it just was all revolved around Cynthia, which she started the 2019, and that's when I joined. And she's an offshoot from the Wrecking Crew. And there's Law here. That's a beautiful. They have a good club here, which we meet. We all support each other like we should. And so they're still working on that. And the merch is awesome. It's this is my friend that makes these shirts here.
And
locally.
and I showed you I was wearing that one of the times
Yeah.
I did a couple shows. So
Yeah, and it's something that we just go get when we can. There's people that visit Hawaii too, and they go to the swap meet and they just buy these all up, and it's hard to get different sizes. So when I meet someone, I see they get their size, and it might take a while, but we follow through, and it's nothing that we just do it unconditionally because it's something to rock from Hawaii. It's got the Polynesian. It has our main thing here is respect. Aloha is respect. Aloha means more than just aloha, and we live it. And then these stickers, I'll bring some to LA. They're kind of the same kind of design. Yeah, they're pretty cool. And if I get to go to, I'll find out in the next few days if I'm going to Carolina weekend.
Okay. No, keep us in touch for sure.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, no.
I gotta let Oso know because he said, "Hey, man, let me know and I'll put you on the page. Otherwise, you're out." No, because they don't want a lot of people in the treads confusing things.
Yeah, fucking Oso. I say it kiddingly, but still, kiddingly and not, fucking Oso.
But I like to make that breakfast again. It was amazing. Jen, she said I could go, but I'm still trying to work things out with my work. So we all work something, get some kind of money going on to enjoy these events and family together. But we are excited. We'll be arriving on Friday the 6th, and then we'll be doing some functions leading up to the game. We're going in the game. So Jen, and then we're going to the Dodgers game. I'm a big A's fan, and I'm a Giants fan only because I'm from the Bay Area. And as a child, I got to go to these games in Little League. They would take us to, and my uncle would take me to the A's games, the Giants games, because he had a bar called Bills the Eagles. And Stanley Andrew was next to Midway Bowl. All the linemen, some of the linemen, their family would go. Al Davis, he didn't go to those, but yeah, some of the, and so there's a lot of history there. And so he got a lot of tickets to go to these games. So he was more, I'm a Raider. So when Raider play San Francisco 49ers, I'm rooting for the Raiders. A's play the Giants, I'm rooting for the A's. But when you go to a different club and you have to, we don't have a professional teams here. We have University of Hawaii, which they played the UCLA Bruins yet, and they should have won that game and they lost by a field goal. The second half was 16-13. It was a really good game. We don't get those kind of teams that come out here a lot. And
they were in there instead of my Gators getting fucking bushwhacked, ass crapped, and everything.
Yeah, I've seen that. I'm like, wow, that's at home, but they're gonna. That was the first time that ever happened in a long time.
It's been a while, but like I said, at least Hawaii played a good game. The Gators, if they can figure out that Napier is not the answer, it's like the Gators need to do the same thing the Raiders did a couple years ago, last year, when they figured out that Josh fucking McDaniels was not the answer, and get that fucker out of here. They need to
his record for 2 years is the worst they've had in it goes way, way back. We're talking a long time ago. They've never had that, and that tells you that it's not working out, And we had that too. We had a coach here. He was with San Francisco. He was here about 2 years. Von Hoppen. We're like, what happened, Von Hoppen? But he was an offensive coordinator with the Niners. He won a couple Super Bowls with them. He came over here, and it just didn't work. And we had a defeated season. We didn't win any wins, and we were just like, oh my God, this is crazy.
You had a perfect season.
A losing perfect season, yeah.
Exactly.
And all those kids, they fought hard because Hawaii is a small school. I mean, when they were in the WAC, they became the big fish. When they had that 16-team super team, the WAC was 16 teams of super conferences. It was crazy. So they split them in half, and then they play and you play some off, in the league. Hawaii gets an extra game because of where their geological area is. And so when teams come here, they can add an extra game as well if they want to. And so that's kind of cool for them. And we bring in teams like UCLA. We have USC here. Now they are playing at Cook Field that's on campus. There is the Terrence Teaching Foundation that helped build around where we used to play flag football Turkey Bowl every year because the UH's practice on there. And their spring training is in the back of that in a field where they can build a bigger one, which I don't think they'll doing, but they used to play at Aloha Stadium, as you guys know. There's good concerts. So they're tearing that down. So now we're in this transition where they have to keep 15,000 fans to stay Division I compliant. You got to have a minimum of 15,000 for 3 years. Otherwise, you'll be going down to a lower level in the FBS, right? So to keep that Division I status, so UH has achieved that thanks for the Terrence Ching Foundation, and but it's supposed to be ready by 2030, 2029. So we got our fingers crossed, and bring it. And that's where the Pro Bowl used to play. And so we had that. I moved, you guys know my story being from Oakland, moving here in '84. I missed I was growing up a Raider and it was hard, but then we made sacrifices, but I'd go back and forth sometimes to get some games in. And that's when they went to LA. They were in LA when I came here, and people were calling them traitors. I never did that. I had some LA. I got some of my friends that, I got to one game and at the Oakland, the LA Coliseum. That's where USC plays, right? And so that was cool. I really like that. And that 10 years there, 10 or 11. Well, they played 10 years or 11 years in LA.
It was more because they
It might have been more, yeah.
Yeah, it was like about 13 years because they went back. They went back to Oakland about 97-ish.
Well, 95, the Black Hole was started, so they went back before that, right?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm thinking.
But you're right, because I moved here. I think they moved right after the Super Bowl. The year after that, they moved in '83. Was it '83?
I remember when I was in '96.
No, it's '82. Sorry, '82. They moved.
No. But I'm saying in '96, I was in England, and they were still playing in LA because that was the year that they were 8-2.
Oh.
And then the quarterback, what was it? The guy that played for the Giants and won a Super Bowl, Sims backup, played for West Virginia. Oh God, I can't remember his name. We were 8-2, and then he got injured.
Not Collins, right?
Hostetler.
Yeah, hey, he was pretty good though.
He got injured, and then we went and we lost the last 6 games. We were 8-8, and we were out of the playoffs. And they had people come in like Vince Evans was playing back then, and we couldn't keep a quarterback to get a win the last 6 years. And that was also the same year, 96, that the Donkeys changed their logos to what we see today. The horse, the big horse logo.
Yeah, because that other one was kind of just like that was 1970s.
The D with the horse, But it was an upgrade. But it
was.
I said, man, that's fugly. But you get used to it.
Yeah, they had them in the Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay was voted the worst from the 70s, the worst, or was it the late 70s where they had the worst uniform ever?
Bucko Bruce, and the okay, I can't say this because there will be people for getting on me, but shall we say the effeminate pirate?
Yeah. Well, then their jerseys came. They had got some nice jerseys, and they really changed over because a lot of times that the colors were there. They're trying to pick colors, and when you put them on someone, they're like, oh man, what do we do? And they got their sponsors and already and everything for those, so they rolled with it till they can change it. But Tampa Bay came a long way, and we all know the story there. I don't really want to go in that, but yeah, I have friends with Tampa Bay. They're the Buccaneer fans and Miami fans. We have friends that are Miami fans.
The fake pirates.
Hey, there's only one nation. That's Raider Nation, and we were the first pirate. We were pirates, right?
That's right.
Hey, so I have a question. So, I know that you said you might go, but now probably since it's like we're 6 days till game day. You'll be able to make it to LA, Captain?
Not unless I. Okay, the chances are slim, none, ridiculous, and get the fuck out of here.
Okay, I'll get cross my fingers and I'll cross.
Yeah, because I would have to find a cheap airfare and some cheap tickets, and I know that I could stay with Vicky, so at least I would have a place to stay. But I would have to find like really cheap airfare and really cheap tickets. So the chances of me going to LA for the top. Now, and here's the other thing, and I said it at the beginning of the show. The way that they treat you or me at SoFi. And hey, I see Corey's up here. Good to see you there, Corey. Raging Raider Rhino. Good to see you, brother.
Yes, sir, brother. Raging Raider Rhino.
The way they treated me with all of my metal was like I was a convicted murderer.
Wow.
And just they treated me like shit. They treated me like shit in Kansas City. They treated me like shit in LA. And I don't have to ever say I need to go back to those stadiums because I don't need to anymore.
Right.
Now I would go to like if they had like a Raider party in probably not in Kansas, but in LA, which there was a big party and you didn't have to go to the game. I would do that. But I getting inside that fucking stadium, fuck you.
Yeah, I've never been to SoFi. I mean, so we were gonna go and do a Raider party after, and of course we're hanging out with TBC. So we're going in the game, and we'll see how. We're gonna wear our Raider gear. You know, we'll be in silver and black with our vests and stuff. And
you guys, you're gonna wear Raider gear.
But they shouldn't be disrespectful because we know how it is. You can be you can rival out and everything, but at the end of the day, you got to respect each other. Especially people that are paying to come into your stadium and whatnot. And being from Oakland, there's been some stuff that's happened. One of my cousins, oh my God, Richard Maldonado, he passed away. But man, he was the guy that was on the news where the lady took a swipe and she actually fell down the thing and they were both drunk and he was kicked out of there forever. She was okay, but she got hurt. She fell off the top tier, the second onto the other floor down. And yeah, his face was on the news. He was in the news, my cousin. But he's we have house dividers too, because the second generation, my dad and all the uncles in the 60s, they're born in the 30s, mid 30s, late 30s, and when the Raiders started, the seniors, they became fans and stuff like that. And then when Al Davis was involved, and then Flores was playing, and then all the years that we know why we're fans, and the new fans that they don't know about the years, they're still on it. They're true fans that came in the last 30 years, which is awesome. But as a kid, just growing up there, that's what sticks with me. And then now the family that we have that started is just, it's amazing to meet folks like yourself. And then we finally meet, we're friends on Facebook, we get on your show, and then you meet and then we had the opportunity to sit next to Captain Jack at the last year's at Dupar's for the TNBC breakfast, which is amazing. And you get to know each other. It's like a meet and greet breakfast, which is pretty cool. So I very enjoyed that. Jen enjoyed that, and so if I go, she won't be able to make it because of her work schedule. But we will get to one more game. If I go to that game, I'll figure out another game, and we'll make sure we all talk about it and see if we all can meet up again. It'll be in Las Vegas though.
I was hoping that Angela would be up for the Browns game, so I can sell them my tickets for like $6 million a piece.
Wow.
Yeah,
if I hit the Megaplex, I will happily just.
There you go.
You won't even need to sell those, Cap. We'll just give those away because we'll be rich.
Yeah. Okay. Well, and again,
that's going to be a tough game. The Browns have I have faith the Raiders can win. The defense will keep us in it. If that's the case, then we'll be in these games, right? We'll be in all these games for most part.
And I say this, it's like the Steelers, and I know that Jared was on earlier, the Steelers are going to be a good game as far as the crowd as well. The team is decent, but you know what? All I want, and I know you guys know what I'm talking about because of that little fucking to-do that I had on my that other show that I won't talk about. So we got to beat the Chargers the very first game so I can go and just go off on a certain millennial. I won't. They're
beatable. I mean, every year is a new year for all the teams. Anything can happen. You stay healthy, or if you're in it mid-season, that those last two quarters, you can make a run. Right? A lot of teams have done it. Even if they start out 1-3, no one wants to start out 1-3 for the first quarter. he had that extra game, but we always cut it 4 quarters to a game, 4 quarters to a season, right? And that extra game can be the one that gets you in or out. And we've been there. Like, last year we needed 2 games, though. We were down by we were missing 2 games to get that playoff spot. Yeah, and so 10-7 appears to be the average to get you in somewhere on the road, or maybe you might host a game, for in the wild card, right?
Hey, I just want to make sure I make my money back on those bets. The 6.5 and the 5.5. 6 wins gets me money, and 7 wins gets me money. Hey, I just want to get my money. Oh, and I think
I'm gonna get in that. I'm gonna get on that. I'll get my brother in Tahoe, or I'll talk to someone in Vegas. I'll say, hey man, I'll win you some money. Give me the over 6.5 and
wait. So what's the bet, Cap, in Vegas? The over,
because there was 2. Anna got me both of them. There's a over 5.5 is a win.
Yeah,
and over 6.5 is a win. Obviously, 6.5
for the Raiders to beat the Chargers.
No. Wins in the season.
Yeah, total wins.
To win over 5.5.
Yeah,
to win over 6.5.
Yeah,
so 6 wins.
Why do you think? Let me ask you this, because
did you buy down? Because you can, like, you say you have your odds. Like, let's say it starts at 6.5. That's what Vegas and Macau and all these places have them winning. So if you win 7 wins, you win. But you can buy. So let's say the odds are minus 6.5. Let's say 6.5 minus 130 or minus 120. So if you put down 100 and you lose $120, right? But if you buy an extra half, like the hook. So it's at 6. So either tie or good.
I know what you're talking about, but I don't, because I don't.
My question is to you guys, and Rick, you might know this better. Why do you think the bookmakers made it be so easy?
Well,
to bet the over.
They think we're gonna have maybe 4 wins.
Which, by the way, I just want to go on record and say that if Gardner Minshew, which Cap, I love Aiden O'Connell. If Gardner Minshew loses the game in LA Chargers, it's tank for quarterback season, man. That's because we gotta beat the Chargers, Cap. We gotta beat the
Chargers for
they're beatable. They're beatable. It's just that they had it Harbaugh, the coaching staff and a few new players, but they were way over the cap, and they got rid of a lot of. We know who they got rid of. Some of their prime. So they're starting new. So that new could be great or it could be bad.
Yeah, they got rid of players. But, it's gonna take Harbaugh a good 3 to 4 years to get his regime up to where he wants.
Yeah.
But if you look at any friggin' stupid millennial, and you can take that for what it's worth. They're the greatest thing since sliced bread, and Harbaugh is the second coming of Vince Lombardi, not of Christ, but he's the second coming of Vince Lombardi. Screw you. Okay.
Yeah. Well, the thing about it is, like, if you're only going back 10 years, if you're a fan for 10, 12 years, that's all you have. You have to actually do. So this is no disrespect to people that become fans. You got to, you're born in a certain era, right? And so you got to at least go back to Dan Fouts years, those kind of years, be prior to Dan Fouts. If you become a fan of your team and you're a diehard fan, know the history, how it started. When was the inception? Who started? Who was the owner? And then how did owners change? The Spanos family do a lot. And I know that who you're talking about, I won't mention him either, but he just says it's not Spanos. I says, yes, it is. The sons run it. Michael was running at a time. Now it's the other son that was in charge of the salary and the cap. And maybe that Staley and Telesco did get some guys and they talked them into the contracts. But if you're in charge of the contracts and if you're in charge of the salary cap, that's your Kuleana. Kuleana means that's your problem. That's your problem. Kuleana, and we know how that relevates over to the Raiders too. We know how that's been a problem sometimes for us. But when we were over the cap, the last time we were, and this is the one thing I'll give Reggie McKenzie some benefit. He wasn't all the great, but he took the cap. We were over, But we were over the cap by 26 million. In 2 years, we had a plus of 25 million.
That was the positives for Reggie.
Yeah, that was a positive.
That was, and unfortunately, that was it.
That was it. Yeah.
He got us from, and Ed, thanks again, their partner. And by the way, we only got about 5 minutes, so we'll be closing this up pretty soon. Thank you for being here. Remember, like, share this up. Yeah, Reggie was good in pairing and taking the fat off of it and giving us a nice prime.
Yeah.
But what we didn't see was it was a prime flank steak instead of the prime filet mignon, because he didn't build after that.
Right. Yeah, that's true. And like, so, you know, if you're a fan of your team, it doesn't matter what sports is. We're talking football, professional NFL. I mean, you go, once you become a fan, that's great. You know, I respect all these fans from other clubs and stuff. It's just that but if you're only going back 10 years, and let's say you won some Super Bowls and you're great, but then you got to go way back when you're talking to someone that's been around a minute. And then there's this whole thing with these rivalries that started back in the 60s and the 70s, right? And it's still today. And that's what we see. I mean, we haven't been relevant for over 20 years, but, you know,
we're always relevant, Rick. Always.
You know what I mean? Two playoff, this is no dig. I'm just saying 2 playoffs. We're almost like the Bengals, man. Marv Lewis, man, he was pounding on the door, but he couldn't get past the first round. And he had some good players around him. He's a damn good coach. Don't get me wrong. And I'm glad he's our assistant head coach. You know, I am. And I know that they built a lot around Getsky. They've got some winners that have been on Super Bowl teams and been in the playoffs and around a lot of great players. So I'm digging on that. And that's where it all starts with the coaches, you know?
And that was why I went off, because it's not just
right. That's why I mentioned that.
Yep.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'll say this, and then I'm gonna shut everybody up. He was saying that it's Jim Harbaugh, and I said, yeah, but he has a bunch of coaches other than the defense coordinator, which is really good. But a lot of his coaches are Michigan guys. We got Antonio Pierce, which might not be the greatest name, but he brought in all of these other coaches, Joe Philbin and Tom Coughlin and Marvin Lewis, and, you know, other guys. He still has Graham, and he still has Rob Ryan. It's the compendium, the consortium, the whole collection. So
that's what I'm excited about.
Fucking Harbaugh, you ignorant fuck. That's all I'm gonna say, and that's my final thought, because I got to get out of here.
Hey, much love and respect. Thank you for bringing me on, Cap. You guys have a great week.
And Rick, I'll see you in Vegas, baby.
Yes, sir. We'll work on that. I'll probably message you.
You got it. And
aloha, guys. Aloha, Nathan. Have a blessed weekend.
Aloha.
Got it.
Aloha, Rick.
Hey, take care, everybody. We got it. Hey, Angelo, go ahead and start the. We got to get out of here. It's 1:58:12. And we need to make sure we're under 12. Thanks for showing it. Thanks for viewing. Thanks for coming out here. Love everybody. Go fucking Raiders, baby. Yarr. Do it, brother.